sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Wants the pass.
Snap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fielded at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 or.
I got you.
Shoot.
On 1st down, Stanley. That'll be caught by Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
He's checking.
They'll run on 1st down. Craig, he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 62 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Throwing on first down. Stanley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On first down, Fuller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Off play action. Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. On 3rd down, it's Fuller, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. They'll run on first down. Craig, he'll have a first down past the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you? I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus? And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Stevens, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Stanley. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic. And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, what a slacker. 5 sacks last week, took him all the way to the second quarter to get one here in this one.
And just think about all the planning that went into this game to try and keep him from getting to the quarterback. After one quarter, maybe they exhaled and thought, hey, we've got this. Oh, no, you don't. You got to come up with another plan, more looks, maybe even more bodies to keep him out of the backfield.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
We got this.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 49, check 49.
36. Check 26, check 26. Check your hot read. Shoot.
Now.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Get it.
On 1st down, it's Craig. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Hey.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
8 reads.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Under 10.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, it's Craig. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. On 3rd down, Stevens. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. So, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Indy, pilot, 64, weak.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
Sit up.
Here we go, D.
Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Fuller, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Ready to go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fuller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. And it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
You ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
PAT up and good by Rosas. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Look at me. Zipper.
Switch, switch, switch.
Go.
Mike, 57.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Mike's 57.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
Check 99. Check 99. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Slam. Slam. Slam.
Ready.
On first down, it's Craig. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw on second down, Stanley. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. There he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down now, it's Fuller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 85 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offense. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert on the slant. He gets it to Clark. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, Stanley nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 44 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
64, snap.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Stevens. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stevens. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. On first down, Herbert. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On first down, it's Craig.
Keep playing hard.
Here we go. 60 yard.
Hey, check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's a fumble.
That's it, baby.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 52.
Hit it.
On second down, it's Stevens. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys.